you guys, we have a show. All right, click around because you're not live. We're overriding you. Yeah, just play around. Go camera one.
Camera one.
One could go up, one stop, right? Looks a little dark. Is one darker than the other ones?
Yeah.
Whenever I talk, like something. Well, I told them that they told me something will go over. And then immediately I'll check with her after every program until they what's going on next.
Hey, camera. Who's live? Camera two. I need you to get focused. Camera two. I want you to get focused.
Porque no
Camera one.
¿Quieres intercambiar? ¿Quieres intercambiar, por favor?
Camera two. Does camera two look focused? Okay. Good. Camera two, you're good?
You're asking.
What?
You ready?
We're ready.
Give them the
We're
thumbs
ready.
up. All
Okay,
right.
people. Let's go.
Get ready. I'll tell you when to take it. Take it. Go ahead.
Go to camera one for preview.
That's live, guys. You're live now.
Touch screen.
Just wait until she goes tight.
Camera two.
Students, faculty, and most importantly, our career veterans and active duty military personnel. Welcome to our middle school Veterans Day ceremony. It is truly an honor to stand here before you to express our deepest gratitude and appreciation for the brave men and women who have served and are currently serving in our armed forces. Today, we gather to recognize and pay tribute to the sacrifices made by these extraordinary individuals. Veterans Day is a solemn occasion that allows us to reflect on the courage, commitment, and selflessness of those who have dedicated their lives to protecting the freedoms we hold dear. We are privileged to have with us today a distinguished group of special guests, our veterans and active duty military members. To each of you, we extend again our heartfelt thanks for your service. Your presence here is a reminder of the values that bind us together as a community and as a nation. In 1954, after the return of service personnel from both World War II and the Korean War, U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed a bill rededicating November 11th from Armistice Day to Veterans Day, encouraging Americans to commit themselves to the cause of peace and to honor veterans, American veterans, for their courage, honor, patriotism, and sacrifice. We are here today to pay tribute to these heroes in both our Booth family and community. Please stand for the presentation of colors by our scouts and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and National Anthem.
Color guard, attention. Color guard, forward march. Color guard, present the colors.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Color guard, post the colors. Color guard, dismiss.
The 8th grade orchestra will perform patriotic bits and pieces arranged by Michael Story, a medley of 8 favorite American themes.
commissioned as a second lieutenant in Jamaica. He was commissioned as the Corps of Engineers and stationed in Bamberg, Germany, where he served in various staff positions and a platoon leader while deployed in Kosovo. Colonel Coker commanded Charlie Company 27th Engineer Battalion, Combat and Airborne, and led a company of 130 paratroopers in Afghanistan as part of Operation Enduring Freedom. As the S-3 Air Officer for the 20th Engineer Brigade, Rob deployed to Iraq and served on General Petraeus' Joint Strategic Assessment Team. After 10 years on active duty, Colonel Coker transitioned to the Army Reserves. He joined the 416th Theater Engineer Command and later the 412th Theater Engineer Command on facility engineer teams in support of Navy and support of Army Central. Then at McPherson in Atlanta, Georgia, Rob led his engineer team in support of Operation Bright Star in Egypt. Colonel Coker served as an operations officer for the DoD Emergency Response Liaison Team with FEMA Region 4, a responsibility that covered 8 states in the Southeast for defense support to civil authorities, DSCA. While in this role, Colonel Coker supported numerous DSCA events to include responses to Hurricane Irene, Hurricane Sandy, Hurricane Arthur, and the Republican and Democratic National Conventions. Rob commanded the 1113th Mobilization Support Battalion and served as an instructor in the Systems Engineering Department at West Point in New York. Colonel Coker commanded the 642nd Regional Support Group, consisting of 2,200 reserve soldiers, civilians, and full-time staff across the Southeast. His current assignment is Chief of Staff for the 412th Theater Engineer Command. Rob has a master's degree in civil engineering from Missouri University of Science and Technology, a master's degree in strategic studies from the Army War College, is a licensed engineer, and a certified project management professional. As a civilian, Rob supports a portfolio of non-traditional Chick-fil-A restaurants. Colonel Coker also serves as a Military Academy Liaison Officer, MALO, for the USMA Admissions Office. He is married to Melinda and they have 3 children, RJ, who's 16, Callie, who's 15, and Nathan, who's 13. Colonel Coker and his family live in Peachtree City, Georgia.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's good to see you this morning. Hey, before we get started, can we just thank one more time the Veterans Day Committee, the sound booth, the band, the orchestra, the choir, anybody that had anything to do with today? Can we give them a warm round of applause? And a quick shout out to a couple of you that I know in here. Don't worry, I won't point at you. I won't embarrass you, but I got to say hello to Patrick, to Bowen, to Clara, and to Aaron. So dear friends of our family, and it's good to see you here this morning. Hey, we have a motivational word in the Army called hua. It kind of means anything. How are you doing today? Whether you're feeling good or bad, you say hua. When someone says, are you ready to go? Whether you're ready to go or not, you say hua. Can y'all say hua for me this morning? I'll say it. Wow, that was good. Let's do it one more time. Hua. Hua. All right, y'all ready to join up right now, aren't you? Well, hey, I want you to do one more favor for me. I want you to pretend like we're in a mass formation. We're lined up. You're right behind somebody else. You got somebody to your left and your right. We're in a formation lined up on the road, and we're going to go on a unit run. And it might be about a 5-mile run. And to keep ourselves motivated, we got to have a little cadence to put one step in front of the other, to encourage one another along the way. So we're going to sing a little cadence. I know it might feel a little uncomfortable, a little different, but I'm going to say a line. I want you to repeat it, okay? All right, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All the way. Here we go. Every day I can run to the sun, having fun. 1 mile, no sweat. 2 miles, better yet. 3 miles, I can go 4 miles in the snow, 5 miles. I can run 6 miles to the sun. You can do it. You can make it. You can take it. Whoa. Very good. Give yourselves a round of applause. You know, the funny thing is, you learn to sing cadence in basic training when you first join the service. And it sticks with you throughout your career. Am I right, veterans? Yeah, you still got that cadence in your head every now and then. And sometimes when I'm just running by myself around Peachtree City, I'll start thinking about initially what I got to do that day or just something on my mind. And then I started thinking about my body hurting a little bit, right? And then I inevitably think about a little bit of cadence, something to kind of keep me motivated and going, which is just part of our DNA as service members. Well, team, I want to talk to you about what it means to serve. And this is something that every single person in this room, whether you're a student or a teacher, staff and faculty, whether you're a parent, whether you're a current or former serving veteran, you can serve. And I'm going to use the letters in the word serve to describe what it means to serve. And I realize that not everybody can see this, but I'll talk through it and we'll leave it up here for afterwards in case you want to check it out on your way out. But the S in the word serve means to see and shape the future. There's an old proverb that says, where there is no vision, the people perish. Where there's no vision, the team fails. Where there's no vision, things fall apart. If you want to be a leader, if you want to be a servant, you got to see and shape the future, all right? So if you're going to lead an organization, if you're going to be a captain of a sports team, you got to have a vision for that team, a vision for that organization. Teachers have a vision for the classroom. But here's the deal. You can have a vision for your life right now. See and shape your future. So you see where you want to be in the future, and then you shape it by having an action plan to get you from where you are now to where you want to be in the future. All right, so that's the S. See and shape the future. The E in serve is to engage and develop others. That's what the military did to us, and that's what you can do for yourself and for others. Engage and develop others. All right, and it starts with you engaging and developing yourself first. Before you can lead others, you need to lead yourself. So, what does it mean to engage? That means to maybe find a friend at the party or in the classroom or outside or on the team that maybe has fewer friends. You can engage that person, all right? And then you can develop by helping teammates, whether it's in the classroom, helping to solve a problem, or on the field, learning something new with your sport or activity, or just doing what the coach is saying. That's how you can engage and develop others. And the same is true whether you're in the business world or whether you're in the military. You engage and develop others. This is how you take a civilian and turn them into a soldier. The R stands for reinvent continuously. Reinvent continuously. Sometimes you hear people say, well, that's the way we've always done it, or it's good enough. I would say that that's kind of stinking thinking. The way you want to think is about the future, right? And what's next? Innovation, making things better. You can do that for yourself, no matter what your grade is now. How can you make it better? No matter where you are on your team or on your club, how can you get a little bit better in that activity? So constantly thinking about what's next. Again, we do that in the military. We do that in corporate America, always thinking about pursuing what's next. And then the V here, I really like this one, value, results, and relationships. Value, results, and relationships. So some of you are wired to do one or the other just by nature of who you are as a person. So sometimes we value results. We're focused on the grade. We're focused on the feedback. We're focused on, in the business world, on the numbers, the bottom line, profit, margin. Some of you are focused on relationships. You value talking to others instead of maybe focusing on your grades, right? But what you got to do is value both results and relationships. So if you're a results-minded person, how can you also work on relationships? And if you're a relationship-minded person, how can you also value results? Because in the business place, as you decide what you're going to do with your life, we can work for somebody who's results-focused, but not relationship-focused. And sometimes we feel abused, used. We feel like we're just a cog in the wheel, just a number, just a results to an end. And then we work for people who are relationship-minded, who maybe have a little bit of like a best buddy mentality. They're a really good friend. You enjoy being around them, but you don't really get anything done at work, and they're kind of a pushover sometimes. And so you got to value both results and relationships. And those are the best leaders in the military and the best leaders in any organization. And then finally, the E down here is embody the values. Embody the values. This means lead by example. Every single veteran over here has heard this multiple times during their service, to lead by example. And before you can lead others, you got to lead yourself. And the way you do that is by embodying the values. Now here's the deal. Most of you young people are figuring out what you value right now. In the next couple of years, crucial to you defining who you are as a person. And so you got to choose your values wisely. But then here's the other deal. When you decide to join an organization as an adult, whether it's the military or something else, you're signing up to representing the values of that organization, okay? So know what you plan to do, what you want to do, and know the values of that team, that organization that you plan to join, because you're going to embody their values. And if you don't, if they have a set of values and you don't live up to those, there's going to be a lot of friction, okay? It's going to be frustrating for you. It's going to be frustrating for that team. So know the values of the organization that you're joining. And I'll tell you what the values of the Army are, and every service has them. It spells the acronym leadership. Loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. And so when you join the Army, you're signing up to this set of values that you're going to live by, okay? And they're very similar to the values of our other services as well. Well, team, I know that was a pretty quick lesson, but that is our lesson for today. That's our challenge for today. That's what it means to serve, and that's something that every single person in this room can do right now. Before I close, I want to recognize a special set of people. And hold your applause till the end if you would, but I'd like to ask our veterans to please stand. I'd like to ask anybody that has served as a civilian in support of our Department of Defense, please stand. Thank you. Students, teachers, if you have served in the past, I'd love for our teachers to please raise your hand. Maybe some of you are already standing. Any of our teachers already standing? Okay, thank you, ma'am. Outstanding. All right, students, if you have a parent that has served, please stand. Outstanding. If you had a grandparent, aunt, or uncle who has served, please stand. Outstanding. Now, here's the deal. We are blessed to live in a community where we have a lot of people who have served, and we know a lot of people who have served. But did you know that the percentage of Americans who have served in the military is less than 1%? Less than 1% of our fellow citizens are defending and fighting for freedom in this great nation. And so I think it's worthy that we give everybody standing, and especially our veterans, a big round of applause. Can y'all do that?
Thank you, Colonel Coker, for your service to our country and community. It is an honor for you to join us today. We will now listen as the 8th grade chorus and orchestra combine to perform My America, based on the patriotic melody, My Country 'Tis of Thee, arranged by Joyce Eilers-Bacach.
Thank you to our guests for joining us today. We would like to acknowledge each of you with your branch song. Please rise when you hear your theme in the Marches of the Armed Forces, arranged by Michael Sweeney and performed by our 8th grade band and chorus.
U.S. Marine Corps.
The red poppy is a nationally recognized symbol of sacrifice worn by Americans since World War I to honor those who survived and died for our country in all wars. It reminds Americans of the sacrifices made by our veterans while protecting our freedoms. The use of the poppy as a symbol of remembrance was inspired by a poem written by Canadian Army Lieutenant Colonel Dr. John McRae after seeing them blooming in battle-scarred fields.
In Flandered Fields by Lieutenant Colonel John McRae. In Flandered Fields the poppies blow, between the crosses, row on row. That marks our place, and in the sky, the larks still bravely singing. Flies scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow. Loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flandered Fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flandered Fields. Ms. Raymer's art students have created beautiful paper poppies for our guests as a token of our appreciation for your service and sacrifice.
Thank you, Colonel Coker. Your inspiration was for everybody in this room. We could walk away with a lesson and inspiration to serve at whatever age we're at. I appreciate it. Thank you. And again, I just want to thank all the veterans that come out. Thank you for your service, and we appreciate the time that we could honor you on this Veterans Day. May we always remember and honor the service of our veterans. Again, let's show our appreciation for the veterans. Okay, excuse me. At this time, I'm going to ask the veterans to exit out this door. We have refreshments to your left. Students, please allow the guests to exit first, then wait for the PE coaches to dismiss you. Thank you for your attendance today.